Hello,
Hello.
Hoxby. Welcome to Workstyle, Freestyle. Me, Alex Hirst.
And with me, Lizzie Penny. Hello, hello.
Howdy.
So today we're talking about how many freelancers make up the working world, and people don't always know about them, and how they should be treated differently. So there was another brilliant article by John Younger on Forbes.com last week that looks at the fact that, for example, well over half of Google's workforce is what they call alternative, which is either contract or freelance. So actually more than half of one of the biggest companies in the world is being run on this type of resource.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's almost unspoken in a way. I think freelance resource has traditionally been kind of kept for supplementary need, so a fringe resource to cope with kind of ups and downs.
Yeah.
Whereas now I think the shift is to thinking about how freelance can drive better performance, actually. So access to specialists in certain areas of the business. So how an organization is structured now is kind of moving much more towards leveraging freelance expertise for improved business performance, which is exciting, and obviously a transition that we firmly believe into.
And it's also, we think, the future. So we think freelance models will increasingly underpin the most efficient businesses, and there'll be a choice. But as a consequence, we think businesses have a way to go in improving their own structure and culture, particularly, but also their own purpose, in order to make sure that they are fully catering for those freelancers and engaging them in the right way. And so we think there are certain models that can be adopted or should be adopted when structuring organizations in that way, whereas all too often in big organizations like Google, because it's still predominantly perceived as an employee-focused structure, a lot of the culture and other elements that are set up are based on that. So it's something that we feel very passionate about and are always looking at in great detail.
Absolutely. I mean, the big thing with freelancers, of course, is that they can choose the companies that they work with. In a way that puts a pressure on the companies to make sure that they're a destination that's appealing to freelance workforce, which means giving them a great deal of trust, autonomy and empowerment to operate and to deliver outputs, which we think are all things that are not only brilliant for engaging a freelance workforce, but also naturally brilliant for engaging a traditionally employed workforce too. So lots that we could talk about in terms of how that's done, but for now we'll just kind of leave you with that information, and more to follow. Thanks for tuning in.
We think it's the future. See you next time.
See you next time. Bye.